My name is Hitoshi Nasu. I'm a senior lecturer at the ANU College of Law, the Australian National University. I've been at the moment carrying out the research project which focuses on nanotechnology and warfare and its legal implications. There is no universal definition of what nanotechnology is, but generally speaking, nanotechnology is a manipulation of matter on atomic or molecular level, typically in the size range of 1 to 100 nanometers in one or more dimensions. So nanotechnology sounds like a futuristic technology, but it's already in existence and has been used quite widely in our society. Nanocosmetics is a good example. There are many sunscreens which actually contain engineered nanoparticles. And other examples might include self-cleaning products. It is difficult to say with certainty how much of a nanotechnological development has been exploited and has been applied for specific military purposes. Having said that, there are certain research and developments known to us which have been in place, particularly in the United States and other developed countries. There are certain offensive applications that can also be made possible with the introduction of nanotechnology and the use of nanotechnology. For example, nanoenergetic composites are known to enhance the power of the blast weapons, such as thermobaric explosives. So the U.S. Defense Advanced Research Project Agency, U.S. DARPA, had worked on the project of nano-air vehicles by simply creating, for example, what they call hummingbirds, which can be used for combat purposes, both inside and outside situations. So there are some scientists trying to create Harry Potter's invisibility cloak. So if the soldiers are cloaked or invisible, that immediately raises the question about their legal status, whether they are still considered as a combatant, or could they be considered as spies? So all the general principles and the rules of IHL would be a guidance as to the legality of the certain use of nanotechnology and certain military operations that are targeting the facilities that contain engineered nanomaterials and toxic nanoparticles. So existing frameworks already would be appropriate to cover and address any of the legal issues that would be raised during the future warfare. In the near future, the commanders may have to face not only the fog of war and fog of law, but also fog of science. So, for example, when some facilities that contain toxic nanomaterials, the commanders might be required to apply the law that prohibit the use of or targeting of facilities if it is expected or it may be expected to cause a widespread long-term severe environmental damage, even if there are some ways in which they can identify the existence of toxic nanomaterials in the buildings they are trying to target. How could we reasonably expect the commanders to know the toxic effects of those nanomaterials and the long-term toxic effects of nanomaterials released as a result? So those are some examples of practical challenges that would be posed to the commanders in the future. There is no way that we can regulate and restrict the use of nanotechnology for military applications even. That's simply because nanotechnology is proven to be a very beneficial technology. It is expected to address many other important societal issues such as energy security and water security, and those innovations would be essential to the threats that we would be facing in the coming decade, particularly in the context of energy resources.